The night began with a severe smoke down. I recently received a new glass pipe which I instantaneously dubbed, Regis Fillmore, as it needs to be filled more. And that is my final answer. Well, soon afterwards that chemically induced light bulb sparked above my noggin and said, "It's a good time to imbibe some 5-MeO DiPT." Being the slave to suggestion that I am, I soon found myself snorting 18 milligrams of the tan-cridal powder. It went in easy but soon began to burn, that all chemical acknowledgement of what has just transpired in those heaving canals. The drip was icky and profuse, but it all passed after a glass of lemonade. Time: 10 p.m. Start: within 20 minutes I feel a certain ketamine-like feeling, very dreamish. I feel incredibly light and fluid, and I weigh 280 pounds. I dance around my bedroom like a pixie, listening to Terence McKenna spout mushroom truth and DMT prophecies. After much body movement, I feel the imp of masturbation creeping up upon me. Sneaky little bastard. Always underhanded smiley face. Needless to say, the enhancement of said activities was exhilarating, uplifting and consuming. A human twicting machine. 5-MeO DiPT a di do da. T130. Thus far into the ordeal, I've been having a pleasant yet laid-back experience. Between yawns, I remember having taken 2 mg clonazepam earlier in the evening. This could account for the dreamy aspect of the trip so far. Just lying, snuggled up in my bed covers, feeling every inch of skin glow against the fabric, is fantastic. Very sensual, almost like a massage for the etheric body. All the while, I am trying to tune my mind to the theta frequency, listening to theta frequencies embedded into various classical music. This part stretches out into daydreaming with intermittent bouts of self-doubt etc. This is the point where I am always found grasping at the intellectual need to accept these doubts and dreams as parts of a whole, namely me. Yet where the intellect knows best, the emotions waltz away to their own strange dance. Aloneness is where I am entering. A gap between personality and true being. So many knots to tie and not to tie, and all the while trying not to become tongue-tied. T3 o'clock, at this point, I am relatively back to baseline. Still cloudy feeling, but comfortably so. At this point, I grind up some DMT-containing root bark, mantis root, and decide to mix it up with some blue lotus flowers and smoke the admix. A very stony mindset ensued. I've done 5-MeO DMT once before, and this was reminiscent of a low-grade exposure. It was a decent replacement for my now non-existent pot. At this point I find myself orbiting my personal dilemmas somewhat, not despairingly, but as a child who, while playing with his action figures, understands the inherent drama of life and its comical pointlessness. He laughs, he groans, the air fight scenes, and then the action figures begin to make out. Oh Scarlet, oh Duke. Welp kiddies, it seems that it is time to go punch the clown again. And may it be said, it was in the cause of scientific exploration. For science. T330, feeling energizes. Similar at this point to some ecstasy tabs I've taken in the past, after the rush. I just popped 15 more mg. Into a gel cap and swallowed it with the lemonade. We'll see what comes of this. Thank God for 3-day weekends from work. So far I've noticed a very limited degree of mental engagement with this substance. It appears to be primarily tactile and empathy geared. Occasionally visual, sometimes intense, other times weak trails. There is a definite physical rush aspect that manifests itself in my sternum. It feels both warm and cool at the same time somehow, but pleasant. It is definitely conducive to falling into my groove while listening to some Isotope 217. Lots of head bopping and body movement enjoyment. It's good to use my body for fun once in a while, not just as a vessel that transports me from work to home to drug dealer's house to bed. T4 o'clock, the booster crows. I am feeling the effects of a new day rising, in other words the swallowed 5-MeO DiPT is begging to spread some light into my jalopy brain. My cheeks feel flushed and tingly. My thoughts are in that precious Beavis state, where every passing of gas has both spiritual and comical importance. Perfectly dumb is how I feel, no responsibilities, no answering, just pure unadulterated festering in one's own ooze, a hot tub for the soul. T445, more smoking admixture. Some stoniness as before. Something is missing from that mixture, but not sure what. I'd rather find something that is not marijuana to fill that gap. Leonotis leonoris flowering tops may be the answer here. Good clean high feeling from smoking the flowers. Might synergize with the Blue Lotus, Mantis Root Admix? T530, winding down now. All in all, it was a worthwhile ride. I wish it had somewhat more of a mental component, as I enjoy the subconscious slips of overactive wordings induced by acid. But definitely introspective on the bodily level. I could focus on areas of my body with ease and work on releasing bound-up tension. Sleep will be a while off, I can feel it. Time for some Blue Lotus tea. Good to induce sleepy, nap time feeling. Good night.